That fully man and that fully God who walked on the earth as fully man and fully God, according to your belief, had a God.
I don't understand. Like, he's fully God himself.
Yeah, yeah.
He's God incarnate. But
Yeah.
also, in the same way, when my parents give birth to me,
Yeah.
I am them. You know, I am the DNA of my father.
When you're the DNA of your father, okay, that's fine. You're the daughter, he's the father. You're human, he's human.
Yeah.
How many humans do you have?
Sorry?
How many humans is that?
As in between me
You-
two
you-
humans?
yeah.
Is that, yeah?
So we're saying, if you're saying that God is the father,
Yes.
and God has a son who's a God, according to normal understanding, normal reasoning, this will be two gods.
But do you not understand the Trinity? Honestly, this is going to sound like quite a silly analogy, but I heard this analogy somewhere where it's like if you take a character from SpongeBob, right? There's a scene where the guy's making something and he cuts off his arm and he's making more things and he cuts off his other arm. That's not two different. You know, it's still the same, coming from the same.
Yeah, that's
roots.
fine. That's fine.
Do you understand my
but
point?
when if I cut off my arm,
Yeah.
is that the whole of me or part of me?
It's part of you.
Okay.
Jesus is one part of God, the Trinity. That's the point I'm making.
So you believe that God is three parts.
Yeah.
The Father is not fully God; He's part of God.
But I don't understand. Like, just because you cut off your
No.
arm, it doesn't mean that that's less of you.
No,
like,
but
it's still
you gave the
you.
analogy. No.
Yeah.
The arm will never be me. The arm will be my arm.
But it's your arm. That's my
Yeah,
point.
it's my arm. Yeah, but it's a part of me. The Trinity doesn't say that the Father is part of God. The Holy Spirit is part of God. That Jesus is part
But
of God.
what do you mean the Trinity doesn't say that? Because the Trinity is not a concept in the Bible. The Trinity was developed in the Council of Nicaea by the Church Fathers. So the Trinity is not something that we can pinpoint to.
So it's not something that Abraham, Noah, Moses, Jesus were aware of or taught. It's something which came later. Yeah.
Jesus is God. What do you mean?
Where does he teach the Trinity?
The Trinity is something that we can infer. You know, Jesus said.
Where do you infer it for then?
When Jesus ascends into heaven and he says, "And now I will send the Holy Spirit unto
Yeah.
you, and in place of me, to
Yeah.
be present on earth whilst I am gone."
How does that signify the Trinity?
Jesus has said that that is God's Spirit among us.
You have a belief, I understand that. And you have a strong belief. And you're trying to quote verses from the Bible thinking they support your belief, but in reality they don't.
But you've not actually explained to me how they don't, and I'm explaining to you how they do.
No,
You know?
well, firstly,
Like, we're not-
firstly, the analogy is my arm is a part of me. It's not the whole me. But the Trinity teaches, which is a later concept, which I believe that Jesus never taught, the disciples never knew. The Trinity teaches that God is one in essence and three in person. The
Yes.
Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Exactly.
On the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit are all fully God.
Yeah.
So they're not part of God. So when you use that analogy, it
What do you
wouldn't
mean
work.
they're not part of